been a minute, but it is a beautiful day out here and we're up in the Eastern Sierra. Today I'm out with my pops and I'm taking him on his first 4x4 truck camping trip. So really excited to be up here. We just checked out Levitt Falls and we're about to hit the trail up to Levitt Lake. We'll see you guys out there. Turn it to H4.
Push it, turn.
Yep. So before we get started, this video is brought to you by Awning Off-Road. I use Awning Off-Road to navigate all my trips. Today we've got our maps routed up for just a short 3-mile trail up to an alpine lake. It's Dad's first time on a 4-wheel drive trail, so we're gonna let him drive. Let's hit it. Check out Awning using the QR code on the screen or the link in the description. The ability to navigate the backcountry when you have no cell signal is what makes this a crucial part of my kit above all else. However, just make sure you download maps of the surrounding area as well, because you just never know when. Well, talk about an epic letdown. We finally get going, turn the first corner, and the trail's closed. Man. This is so disappointing. So how was your first 4-wheel drive trail?
Well, it was easy.
Oh man.
All right. Well, it's time to find somewhere else to go.
So admittedly, mistakes were made. I was really only prepared for this one trail, and I should know better than that. No cell reception, no offline maps of the surrounding area, and I wasn't sure how far the nearest gas stop would be. So we decided to head over the pass to the nearest trail system and just hope for the best. Well, we've been searching for another trail, so we made our way through Sonora Pass, which was a beautiful drive. I wish I could have captured it for you guys, but an absolutely stunning little paved road through the pass. Now we are headed up towards a trail called Eagle Meadows. Don't know anything about it, but it was just the closest area that it looks like we can get on dirt and do some exploring. So we're gonna go check it out. As the golden afternoon sun started settling on these beautiful mountains, I was starting to let go of my expectations of impressing Dad with some epic alpine lake campsite. The terrain, the vegetation, and the sounds and the smells of the Sierra had already captivated me once again. Though this was not the adventure we had set out for, this was a great way to spend an afternoon with my dad. We had only made it about halfway down the trail before we came across this beautiful campsite nestled right up against the river that flowed through the valley. It was late in the day and pretty hard to imagine finding a better spot than this, so we decided to call this home for the night and set up camp. Well, what a day. This is not what I had planned today. I was so sure of my plan going up to Levitt Lake. I was so looking forward to it. But I gotta say, it's just been a super fun day hanging out with Pops. And we ended up finding a pretty cool campsite right here along a nice, beautiful stream. Once we decided to move on from the Levitt Lake Trail, obviously because it was closed, didn't have any cell reception, and I didn't have, this is an enormous area that we're at, and I didn't have maps downloaded for anywhere else. Didn't really have the gas tank levels to be playing guessing games, and so I just saw the first trail. This is Eagle Meadows, I believe is what it was called. It's a 12-mile trail. Most of it's dense forest, but as you guys probably saw earlier, it opens up at patches. I mean, the area is gorgeous. And the creek runs through the whole thing. And so just really pretty area. Crashed the drone. I don't know if I left that in the video, but I crashed the drone once, almost twice. And believe it or not, that's a new drone. First time it's been out. But yeah, what a day. We left at like 6 o'clock this morning from the house because I wanted to try to get to the trailhead at 2 o'clock. And so it was kind of getting later in the day by the time we kind of finally figured things out. But at the end of the day, hanging out with Pops tonight, that's what it's all about. We're gonna cook up some carne asada, have a little propane fire, and just enjoy this beautiful evening by the creek. Bugs are out in full force because it is spring, but we're kind of all sprayed up, and that seems to be doing the trick for right now. We'll just kind of have to see what it's like in the morning, but we're gonna get some dinner cooking. Dad is without a doubt the grill master of the family, so he grilled us up that carne asada to perfection. We enjoyed a nice warm meal alongside this river, but we were both pretty exhausted from the long day of travel, so it made for a short night by the campfire. You guys may be getting sick of hearing it, but I'm going to keep saying it. There just isn't a better way to spend an evening than this. Well, good morning. It is gorgeous out here today. Got up a little while ago, made some coffee, and just hung out here enjoying the view of the stream and the sounds and the smells with my pops. Just kind of talking and hanging out, and it's been awesome. Last night was gorgeous. The stars were amazing. To the naked eye, I don't think I've seen the Milky Way that clear and I don't know how long. And I mean, we're deep out here. There's nothing around here. And so there's no light pollution. It is just pristine wilderness. Where we're camped at along this stream, we did get a little bit of traffic in here this morning, which is really making me wonder what is further up the trail. Like I said yesterday, this is not a trail that I really planned out. There hasn't seemed to be like too much to it. You guys probably saw the highlights of it already from yesterday's part of the trip. But there's been so many people that have come through here that I'm just wondering, all right, what is up ahead? I really do want to finish up this little trail that we're on, just see what's around, because there's been some really pretty spots. A lot of it's dense forest. It doesn't open up too much, and so the views haven't been too crazy, but I'm like, you know, let's see what is up ahead. The only drawback to that is the truck started making a little bit of a noise last night as we were rolling into camp. And I didn't mention it last night because we were exhausted. We just kind of wanted to get into camp, get things set up, and enjoy the evening and get to bed because we were wiped out. I mean, we traveled all day long yesterday, and having that little hiccup in the plan kind of threw things for a loop. So that is kind of where we're at. But the truck was making a little bit of a sound last night after we crossed this stream right here coming into camp. And it's kind of like a rubbing, maybe clunking sound. And I'm worried that it's, I don't know, a couple of two things. Either some components are rubbing against each other, so I'm gonna have to diagnose that this morning, or what I'm really concerned about is it might be the brakes. So I mentioned it for a brief second yesterday, but we were on one side of the Sonora Pass trying to camp at Levitt Lake, and when that didn't work out, we decided to go over the pass and, you know, find the nearest trail, which is what we're on right now. But when we did that, we had to go through the Sonora Pass, obviously. That was one of the most beautiful scenic drives I've ever done in my entire life. But there was a ton of steep grades. Now, obviously, to my best ability, I drove the truck in low gears and tried to stay off the brakes as much as possible. But for the weight of the truck, how it sits right now, being that I do have stuff in the works to upgrade the brakes, they're not here yet. And so I tried to stay off them as much as possible, but still, we were driving all day long yesterday, working the brakes really hard. And so what I'm concerned about is it could possibly be the brakes. But once again, I need to stop talking about it and just figure it out this morning. Before I do, I did want to show you guys one more thing that we've added to the truck, and that's this open road awning. Now, a few months ago, Open Road reached out to me. They've decided to become a partner of the channel. They sent this awning to me, and this is my third trip with it, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys real quick. So obviously it's a 270 awning, deploys easy, kind of have a little bit of an oversized bag, so it's easy to take out, easy to put away, and the shade that it gives us is just perfect. So in the morning when you're trying to cook breakfast, sun's up, you're trying to stay out of the heat. One of my favorite features about it though is the lights. You guys probably noticed it last night as we were cooking dinner, but the light that these like 12 volt LED lights gives is amazing. It's a really pleasant light. You've got two color options. You've got white or you got amber. You also have like a dual color, white and amber mixed, and it's dimmable to like a really low setting. So when it's late and you're just trying to enjoy the campfire, you can kind of dim it, but still have a little bit of, I don't want to trip around the truck light at camp. And so I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna do a designated video for this awning. Look for it on the channel. And then obviously thanks Open Road for you know, becoming a part of what we do here on the channel and setting out the awning. I'll have a link to this and the other things that I've talked about in the video description that you guys can check out. We really enjoyed our morning at this amazing campsite. Over the past few years, as a family, we've been trying to get away from the cheap Home Depot gift cards and whatnot for holidays like Father's Day and replace them with experiences we can share together. This was a great way for us to celebrate Father's Day. As many of you know, last year, Mom had a fight with cancer, and it really has changed the way I look at life. It was a wake-up call for us all to embrace these moments we have together. A week after this trip, we were able to share a good old family camping trip for the first time in years. Yep, Mom was there too. What a difference a year's time can make, and I'm so thankful for this new season of life that we're in. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Well, my truck problems have continued. In fact, they got a bit worse as we were trying to get out of our campsite. Some kind of either four-wheel drive transmission or regular transmission type thing. Seemed like I had no tires spinning, all except for one, and then we were able to get it all going. and decided at that point, let's try to get back to the highway. So we did not, unfortunately, go see the rest of the trail, but we're back to the highway and I'm airing up my tires and we're calling it a trip. There's definitely something up. Even as I pulled into here, there's a really loud clunking noise just going from drive to reverse. And so something's up. I've owned a second gen Tacoma since 2010, and this is the first time I've ever had an issue. So bummed about it, but we're gonna try to get down the mountain. So I'm gonna call the video here, and I'll probably update you guys in the future with what was up. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Definitely wasn't the adventure we set out for, but we got a little adventure nonetheless. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.